Yeah.
Hey,
Chuckie,
listen,
man.
I'm just gonna go straight quickly here. I just need to
Go
do
left.
this. So over the years,
Yeah.
I've been very critical of Stefflon Don, innit?
I understand that.
And I feel like my reasonings have always been measured.
And justified. I hear it.
And justified, because I always felt as though at this point in time, for her ability, how much I actually rate her, I feel like I'm supposed to be a big fan today.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? But I just felt like over the last few years, I don't know what was going on, but there was just a lot of missing going on. And I couldn't understand why. Because she's so incredibly talented.
No, I hear you.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Justified, man.
And I just wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted more. I wanted that, the ability that I could see from her, or that I saw, and that many of us saw, I just wanted that replicated a bit. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's getting to the point where it's like, I don't even, when I see a name come up on something musically, I'm not even quick to click on it, bro. I just wasn't.
The music was Madeleine McCann, but
1,000,000%.
I believe it's justified. Justin Timberlake, great album. When you want to be black again, Pharrell's waiting. So,
there you go.
Yeah, come on.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Talk to me.
Today I woke up, right? 2 albums dropped today. One from her and one from Hedy.
Okay, shout out Stefflon Don. Obviously featured with Mitch as well, but carry on.
Yeah. And I nearly thought, I ain't gonna listen to it.
Serious?
Yeah, and I just thought,
got to that point.
I got to that bit where I was like,
That's bad.
I'm gonna listen to it. I know I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, but just
not
right
now.
Not now.
Not now. I'm gonna just I'm gonna fling on Hedy's thing, and I'm gonna just come here, do my thing. Probably go when I leave, throw on something else, and then when my spirit takes me to Steph's thing, then I'll listen to it. Yeah,
100%.
I'm actually glad I listened to it this morning.
Paul, sorry, you got liquor water on that for me?
Oh yeah, I need some more as well. It's cool.
Liquor water on the strawberries. Don't worry, man. Pinner, better than dinner.
Oh, there's a lot going on in there. What is that? What is that?
All right, sweet. Yeah. One box to you, look. One box to me. Come on.
What is that?
I know strawberries. It cost me £18. They better be nice.
£18.
Threw it in a group. That's why I said they better be the best strawberries you've ever eaten in my life.
Am I supposed to wash cardboard?
You can still rinse it. 1 second.
Just try a thing, man. Rinse a pen, man. Shout out genius. As you were, Stefflon Don, you weren't gonna listen to it.
I'm glad I listened to it.
Why? Talk to me.
Because it's actually good.
Mitch told me it's crazy.
Bro, it's actually good. I know it's bad to say, yeah, but it's actually good. It literally is all of the elements of what we would expect from Stefflon Don, but like in a high quality way. The way that it's the production, the way she's spitting on it, the patois is obviously turned all the way up. The singing on it is good. The collaborations is good. The project as a whole is actually really good. And let me tell you how deep this thing was for me a little bit, yeah?
Go on.
I'm not the super clickbaity. I can't do stuff for clickbait and that. Yeah?
Okay.
I can't really do that.
It's not your
It's
bag.
not really my thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, when I was getting emails from her team saying to sit down with her and whatnot, yeah. But I felt so passionate about her mishaps. I was like, I don't know if I want to sit here, listen to this album, not like it, and have to sit there for an hour going through telling her the truth like that. I just, for whatever reason, it just didn't feel right for me
It
to
just
do
doesn't
that.
feel like the type of content that you want to make.
Yes, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
People have to understand that as well.
So I ignored them. I ignored the messages.
So you're here to tell them on the podcast right now.
I'll sit down with her now. If the opportunity is there to do it, because I don't mind, we'll still go through some of that, and we'll still try and understand where she was and what was going on, and we'll still do some of that. But I feel comfortable now that she's provided me with something that I could be proud of and say, you know what, I checked for Steph. You should. Here's this.
Chuckie, is there anything wrong with going to the car showroom and saying, can I get a test drive before I buy it? You gave it a local test drive.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now you're ready to give it a purchase.
Yes.
I've got nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I've got nothing wrong with that at all.
It's good, man. Like, the lyrical content on there, the things that she's saying on there, the vibes. She's got all elements of it, bro.
So I'm
all
gonna ask a couple
elements.
of
It's like,
questions
this is what she's supposed to be doing. This
Did she
is what
address the brother situation? I heard she did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I also heard there's some features. Can you shout out some features?
Yeah, she's got some good features on there actually. And do you know what I like about the project here is that the features are like they're wide, so they're from all over the place. You got Tacey on there, you got Buju's on there naturally.
Pardon?
You got Buju on there. You got
Shout
D
out,
Block
Steph.
Europe on there.
You got who?
You got D Block Europe on
So
there.
let me get this straight. Stefflon Don has got a project with D Block Urine and Buju Banton
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
same
yeah.
project.
Yeah.
To me, let the world know Buju Banton still exists.
This is
Thank
what
you
I'm
so
saying.
much.
It starts off proper. It starts off with a super vibe, and then it kind of goes down into a little bit more substance. Like she's giving some substance and that, and that's what I expect from her too, because she can rap, she can say things, she can just do the gal thing and skin out and do all of that. She's got all these different dimensions of her personality, and like also she's so rooted within her culture. I always wanted to see that done at a level that was where she's supposed to be at.
Do you know what's so crazy about even the conversation we're having right now about Stefflon Don and all of them type of things there? I think in the culture we're from, it's not as much as the same as like a pop star where people credit Beyonce for having the ability to be Sasha Fierce, but our mum and all of that on the side, she can just go on stage and turn it on and it's a different thing. I think when you got an artist like Stefflon Don, they're only selling their life.
Yeah.
So if it gets a little bit messy in life for anybody, you have to have time out. But when you're selling your life and it gets a bit messy and it's there for the world to see, maybe you got to tidy things up before you go and say, here's the album.
Yeah.
So credit to Stefflon Don for making sure that she's in the correct place to address certain issues from a higher frequency. So I'm kind of rating Stefflon Don, and I want all of us to have a little bit more patience with artists like that, because they're not from the pop realm. They're from, if they ever get polarized, it's because they've done so much groundwork in this space that they're just polarizing a culture. So that means that they're not going to be like the pop star that still turns out when their boyfriend does whatever. This one's a bit different.
Yeah.
I might not come on stage today.
No, I hear
Do you hear
you.
where I'm coming from?
I hear you, but you know what it is sometimes as well. Yeah, you just get artists that are like so incredibly talented. Yeah, they have such like extreme ability, but there's just certain things that just doesn't connect. It just don't connect. There's something.
What the artist is saying.
Nah, not even what the artist is saying. And I'm not even talking about the connection between them and the fans. I'm just talking about the musical element of it. It's like you could bring somebody in the studio, yeah, and they can sing really, really well. They can rap really well, but the production and everything, it's just not marrying.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like when you're working from the perspective of like a machine, the product is so less you involved and you're just the face of it. You can afford to have domesticated situations happening in your life and you can still go about your business. But when it comes to a Stefflon Don product, if all them problems exist in real life, that affects all of her decision making to be the best version of Stefflon Don. So she doesn't choose the right producers. She doesn't, do you understand where I'm coming from? But when she's in a better place in her life, she's able to activate that Stefflon Don. So I'm saying credit to her, because I believe this is her first album. So with it being her first album, she's been around for so long. It's like, I'm so glad Chuckie can say, I need to sit down with you off the strength of her first album, rather than her releasing it at a time when she's probably making bad decisions and so on and so forth because what's happening in real life. Then the product's not good. So I credit her for taking her time, doing it correctly. Do you know what I'm saying?
The interesting thing is though, sometimes it's like if you make bad decisions in a better place, bad decisions in a better place, you can make a good album.
So if you make bad decisions in a better place, you can make a good. Don't you mean if you make?
No.
If you're in a bad place, you can make. Is it?
I know what you're saying. I know how you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out in my mind. I'm like,
and maybe I'm not saying it in the best way.
Oh,
but the bad decisions.
Unique way. Sorry, Chuckie.
Okay.
This feels right.
Yeah, I respect this. The bad decisions.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. All praise to Jah.
The bad decisions somewhere else now could be the bad decisions in relationships, the bad decisions in what she might be doing with her family, the bad decisions what's going on with the whatever. But then you come in the studio and you offload and you talk about it. You talk about the bad decisions you've made or whatnot.
Yeah.
Sometimes for whatever reason, and we can deep dive into that, but it's like, you know, that element really translates with people. It's like you look at Mary J. Let's go all the way to Mary J. Blige.
Oh my God.
Bare bad decisions, heartbreak, all this type of stuff. Go in the studio. You make the right decisions in the studio though, and you start talking about all of that. It connects.
that correlates to the character.
Even Adele.
No, but that correlates to the character in the community. If that's what you embody as a character, then you're always going to make the right decision there, to the point where they might just keep you depressed in our real life just to keep you making them decisions. But if your character doesn't convey that, like obviously with Stefflon Don, she's a rude girl and she's almost got a couple alpha male traits in her.
Definitely.
So the moment that she's commercially or she's put on a pedestal and she's looking weak, that does affect her brand, which will affect her mentally, which will affect just anyone in her everyday life. So now you can't just come out and speak about that, because that's not really a representation of your brand. You got to talk about it from a place of maybe from strength. And that takes time in her real life. Whereas that vulnerability from Mary J. Blige is what she's been selling. That vulnerability from Adele is what she's been selling. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. That's what he been selling. So just keep selling that and everything's good, man. Just keep making me dance, wave my hands, and we won't be no stress. Know what I'm saying, my chargy?
I just remember the excitement. When Steph first stepped outside, the excitement was there.
Oh, wow.
And I was a part of that excitement.
I remember.
And also, the music that was coming out.
Els the Witch was part of that excitement.
Yeah.
I remember Els the Witch round there before. She was a Man City fan. My G, she was outside. Shout out Els the Witch, my brother.
And like, the music in and around that time was good. I was fucking with it. And then obviously, she had a big, massive, international smash hit as well on top of that, yeah? Credible. And then after that...
Montana.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then after that, there was one other rhythm. Wait, what was that rhythm again?
Yeah, see, so you see that song, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about.
What was that
When she
other
sung Hurting Me, it was from a place of strength. I don't even think anyone was hurting her in real life. But she's singing it with French Montana whilst dancing on the top of some mad building looking crazy.
Yeah.
That's what you're meant to sing Hurting Me from.
100%.
In the back of a Rolls Royce. But when you're singing Hurting Me in the back of a council flat, it's just a different effect for the brand of Stefflon Don. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that was ever the case. That was just my story.
What was the rhythm again? Senseless was alright as well.
Brother.
How have I missed it? Thank you. What did yeah, this
Thank you.
slap still. It will come to
Sorry,
me.
Chuckie. What was you saying? Because I feel like... and
trying
shout out
to
SZA
find
Dons
a
as well. I
rhythm.
was speaking out Stefflon Don because...
Oh, is it? Yeah, this one.
Go through.
This one was hard.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. But
Remember the
look at the ability though. Look at the tone in how she's singing on this.
No, she's cold with it.
So I'm like,
But
that's another example of the ability. But at this point, it's like the ability is all over the place. I get this, and then I get something else, and I'm like, nah, this is all mad. Like, I don't know what's going on here. And then there was like, then she made a rhythm that sounded like a bit like Hurting Me as well. It was just all a bit mad, bro. And I was worried for her direction, to be honest with you, because I'm saying, like, this could be a situation where in 15, 20 years time, when we sit back and we look at like some of the artists that just never really fulfilled their potential, I could easily have said Steph at a time. I could have said for her ability, what she could actually do, the different realms that she can go in, the rapping, the singing, the dancehall thing, all of that, like all of that. She's so unique right now in regards to what there's nothing really like what she can provide.
But this no, I'm with you. And my only problem with Stefflon Don at the time, and I didn't scream it loud, but I said it to you and I said it to a few people, was the fact that I didn't think, what's going on? What is big man? I'm out here watching the news now. We are the news. Come on. So my only problem with Stefflon Don was I felt business-wise, Chuckie, it made no sense to me.
Right.
Because you propelled a business so quickly to the point where it's got Hurting Me, French Montana, and it's signed to the same people them that had Migos and so on and so forth. What are they called again?
You're talking about QC and them, man.
QC. So she signs to QC, yeah?
Yeah.
I just think all of that is too quick, Chuckie. Because the expectations of the brand now are at a point where she hasn't even taken an organic journey, a slow riding journey there, where she's got enough information that if it doesn't work out there, she can still sustain it at a level.
I'm with you.
I just felt like 1 minute she was like in doing like freestyles with Western and the Into on a Link Up TV, and I'm like, yo, Stefflon Don's cold. 2 minutes later, you got Safari leaving comments, and 5 minutes later, she's sitting down with flipping DJ Khaled, and I'm like, yeah, but babe, there's no musical journey for us to take a look at this and go, this is sick. This is just based off of the potential that she has. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just felt like she didn't really do herself any favors, but done herself favors at the same time, because she's a quality artist and she'll be fine. I just didn't think that was the right moves at the time, because it's like, you're 16, 17 years old, you're at Southampton and you just move to Real Madrid. And it's like, we know that eventually you'll have the ability to play for Real Madrid, but so young, like there's so much life lessons that you need to learn. And I just felt she learnt them life lessons whilst being at the top. Yeah. And it just wasn't part of the steady journey. At the top, we expect success ignorantly as a viewer. But when you're taking that steady journey that Maya J. Blige took at some point, now when she sells Heartache, it doesn't work the same way, because it's like, we've seen you do really, really well in life. Like when you had the leather jacket on and the blue jeans and you're in New York, we're like, all right, we're fucking with it. But moment time you dropped everything and there's like meadows and stuff, I'm just saying there's a bit of money now. Like you're cool. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like the journey was just too quick for me, Chuckie. I felt it should have been steady. It should have been slow, because she has the, supreme talent, if that makes sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, on one sense, though, you could say that it has been a bit slow, though, because it's her first album. She's been out since, what? When did she step out? What, 2016-ish?
Yeah, but then it's like, you look at the impact Hurting Me has.
Yeah, that was huge.
Like, how can this be your first album? Surely you wasn't prepared.
Oh, 2007.
Hurting Me was 2017.
She's been out, yeah. So
no, I'm saying to you, but Hurting Me, if Hurting Me comes out 2017 and your first album drops 2024, something leads me to believe in 2017 you wasn't prepared for the impact of that.
Nah, but you can't be. I mean, look how like.
So then, why would you put something in a position business-wise,
right,
to not be prepared for the impact of something positive? That doesn't even. I don't even understand. But then, what's the next step? Now we're just doing hope and pray. Like, really and truly, as a business, it should be a situation where this is what we think is going to happen, and if this happens, it's like Chip. When Chip first came out, the people around him made a business plan, and they said, yo, this is what we expect to happen, but if it happens too quick, this is what we have to do. And then they had that sort of, and I heard it was really, really quick afterwards that they had to make the plan B, and then obviously Chip did drop his album. Chip did have continued success. Then Chip did eventually go American. We're like, yo, Chip, this makes sense off the back of Chip Diddy Chip, all the things you've done before that, your I Am Chipmunk album, then next thing you know, when you're with like, the people in America dropping T.I. and all that, we've seen enough of a journey. I didn't see the same thing with Stefflon Don. My nigga, I just saw you with the man them. I saw like the Stefflon Don freestyles. I remember that bad bitch freestyle she done with all the gal at the swimming pool. Bro, it was just,
when you give Steph a microphone, you can't stand next to Steph, you know. You better make sure your thing is proper. If there's a room and a microphone and she's there, you better make sure that your thing is ready.
Because who you claim you are in front of the camera, Steph is in front, beside, behind.
Yeah.
He's all of that.
Can I say, by the way, it sounded like you was telling Tiny's story a little bit, by the way. Because remember, I don't know if you remember, Tiny, with the pass out situation, that wasn't supposed to be that weren't supposed to do what that did.
But then
that was a warm up thing. But they had a plan, though.
That's my point.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was like what you said was also.
Oh, with Chip, and with Tiny, yeah, of course, that was the B side. The B side does so well. You drop Frisky sounds similar.
It goes mad. You're like, oh, cool, yeah. We're on the way.
By the time you done Written in the Stars, it's on the wrestling adverts, and bro, you're like, what? Well done, dummy, Tiny. You man smashed it out the park, and I'm just like, that preparation wasn't in place for something like Stefflon Don.
No.
This should have been Hurting Me, then the next thing, then Something for the Hood, then the next thing, Something for the Hood. Before you know it, when the project drops, both, just the way Wiley used to do his tunnel vision projects, but then he would still give you a light-skinned girl on the road. So everyone's catered for. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like Stefflon Don had that type of execution.
Light-skinned girl on the road.
Come on, man. Come on. Do you know what I feel like I didn't have that preparation, but we can have this conversation at another time because we're focusing on Steph. Tinchy Stride is another example of you should have had Rough Squad, and when you're doing all your top records, Rough Squad. Because by the time you've done, I don't know, was it the Mobos, and you've done Game Over, and you've got all of these guys that are top artists, really and truly, you should have had someone from Rough Squad on that Game Over track, and then you would have propelled your ting. And now your ting's over there, so no matter what, Skepta effect. Things are not working commercially,
Rough
you got
Squad.
Boy Better Know.
Yeah.
Things are not working for Tinchy, Rough Squad.
I'm with you.
It's just...
Yeah, and that foundation is super solid.
Solid, my brother.
You keep that there, super solid. No, I hear
Shout
you still.
out Mega Man.
But also, you know, like we naturally, like talking about her ability and that, it's like everyone's seen it because she's still been around and been in certain places. When Buju came out and did his thing in Jamaica, it was like his homecoming and that. Steph was a guest, and that was a big, massive, huge deal. You get what I'm saying? The world's eyes was on this. And oh my God, I still now to this day can't believe that I took the booking over the show.
It's all right, man. We make mistakes. When Vibes comes out, we're gonna be there. But just
for context, by the way, when Buju came out of jail and he did his homecoming or whatever, I had the opportunity to go to Jamaica to go and watch the show, but a booking came in, and I thought, you know what? Let me take the booking. I'll watch it online, bro. I was in my hotel. I opened up the laptop when I come back from the booking, and you know what I did?
Closed it.
I closed it.
Come on, I hear you.
I closed it.
I would have done the same thing, my
I
baby.
closed it. I said,
My
and what have I done with the money? Don't even know.
But you know what? What have you done with the information? You've said to yourself, that can never happen
That
again.
can never happen again.
Come on, my brother. Do you know what? To further this argument about Steph, because I was thinking, is there any examples of things where I feel like they do propel a brand too quickly? And bro, Megan Thee Stallion had to cancel some of her tour dates in Europe. And I'm like, that's an example of you using everything but the music to sell the brand.
Yeah.
And eventually when people get bored of seeing what they've seen for the past 4 years, they just go, so what's happening sonically again?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you're speaking about the same things. So where's the growth? Because the girls that you were talking to when they were 16, 17, they're 21, 22 now.
And they don't fuck with that.
They're fucking with it, but not.
They're not with you.
Yeah,
they're on someone else now. They're on Sexy Red or whoever it may be.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing the 4-year game. And I'm saying, where is the... Do you know where I'm coming from?
That tour needed to be around the time when the narrative was strong. If you're gonna put a narrative out and you're gonna sell the narrative, and she's gonna be a part of the narrative, that tour needs to happen now. But if this is all around the narrative,
and
then the narrative goes a little bit cold now, then you go cold with the narrative.
Do you know who I thought was gonna do it? I thought City Girls were gonna do it. I thought City Girls were gonna have City Girls and their crew, because one's got in prison, so they could reminded me of Migos. I thought they were gonna make the City Girls strip club, which gives you a whole, like, you'll have the whole strip club, but it's the City Girls that run it, and the gal them come in, the man them chuck their money. So they would have had a real life experience day to day to promote their brand. Then they still would have gone and done their own individual things. And then they would have done them situations where after a little while we come back and we do City Girls. City Girls would have sort of been the brand that they come back to if all else fails. So they would have had the strip club. I thought they would have just branded it off like that, made a little clothing line that they advertise inside. I thought City Girls were gonna go, and they did go, but just not the way I expected.
Right then. But but don't sometimes those things need to happen for a Sexy Red to flourish, right?
She's at Gamma. I think other things happen. Have you seen the management team? They're the same colour as me right now. But I'm getting a tan soon. But I do hear you.
But I think ultimately the point that I'm making is that sometimes, like, when a wave is happening, you need the early stages. The early stages of what the wave is going to do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
And then someone else comes in and they reap the benefits of that.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's able to leverage it to a point where someone else takes it over, and before you know it, it is what it is today. So, and Stefflon Don, to me, regardless of what's happening in the UK, she's still arguably, I'm going to say top 3 because I need to maybe listen to a little bit more. But if someone says she's top 1, I wouldn't argue.
What do you mean top 1 what?
When it comes to rapping. Just give me a microphone to rap.
Yeah, I mean...
Girls, all the girls that rap.
Out of the girls.
If someone says it to me, I wouldn't argue with them. I'll be like, cool,
I would see why somebody would say that.
Do you know where I'm coming from, bro? Because there are some girls that I rate, like Shabo, still.
Yeah. Oh, Shabo is cold.
She's just too
Shah Simone.
She's
cold,
crazy,
you know.
bro.
You see the cadence and all of that,
brother.
Like, it's mad.
But it's a real life
Wait,
thing.
she's what album was she on? Recently?
That's why I love, like, when I listen to Shabo.
TEs.
Come on, man. Shout out.
Wait, let me just go to this quickly.
Shy Cartier. There's just bare girls. I just listen to them. I'm just like, I believe you're like my little cousin or people from my area. Like, Stefflon Don is really what Stefflon Don says. That's one thing I can confirm. Ain't nothing to act round there. Stefflon Don is Stefflon Don. 100%. Shabo is Shabo. Yeah, man. Tell them move out, your blood clot.
Yeah, she's really, really good at, like, painting a picture. Do you get what I'm saying? So if in the bar, let's say she's having an argument with somebody, yeah, when she's spitting the bar, like, it sounds like the argument, but she's rapping.
Someone's out.
She's not going over here and going over there, back here, there, trying to rhyme it or whatever.
Relates to the 7th. It's not one of them ones.
Yes!
I hear you, my brother.
From the start all the way to the end.
Do you know when I knew Shah Simone was real? I've gone to Elise's in the hood. 5 minutes from farm, and I don't mean places where animals are.
Honorable shout out to Farm W5 though.
Broadwater Farm is what we're shouting out.
Strongly.
Classford, Sterling. So I'm over at Lisi's. I think it's at Lisi's, doing my thing for the community, sitting down, getting a little food.
Your thing.
I see my bridge and Sabrina in the back. Shout out Sabrina. Always been buff from day.
Come on then.
Come on. It's like type of apple you would pluck from the tree and smile. You know what I'm saying?
Bits.
I see Shah Simone there. I'm like, you're from South. What you doing in North next to farm?
Right.
I said, you know what? The music feels a little bit more realer now.
Yes.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. So big up Shah Simone every single time. So when you talk about her ability to make that picture and make it clear, I think the moment that you are in several areas that people talk about but they're never really there, you get a clearer picture anyway. So just through the music, if you're not ignorant to the experience and so on and so forth, I think you hear is who's really telling you about it, in opposed to who's heard a story and is just relaying the story they heard. Shah Simone sounds like she's in the field. I love it.
100%.
I love it.
Where is Shaybo anyway? What's she doing?
I don't know, but I trust her.
I hear you.
There's this next girl. Oh my God. From South London.
What's her name?
Damn it! I'm looking at you because you must know. She's come out recently. She's a rude girl. Which, I'm never going to find it in my mind. I'm never going to find it in my mind.
Did you not like nothing on? Because I know you're a man who likes things on X.
Do you know what it was? The man them were playing it in the yard. And, Jesus God. She's a rude girl. She just come out of prison. She talks about moving food, chatting to gal. Oh my Lord. Please, leave a comment.
I forgot A. Rap, you know.
Was it Crystal? No.
Oh, you can't. We could never forget about Little Sims, by the way. Ever.
You know what it is? Little Sims, come on, man. You know the things, what's understood don't need to be explained.
You get me.
I see Little Sims the other day in Hornsey as well. Shout out Little Sims, man.
Nah.
This girl wears caps. She's a tomboy.
Oh,
rude gal.
I really want to know who this is.
Rude gal. Do you know what? I'll hit up Jordy in a bit, fam. Rude gal.
I'll tell you what you do. Just pull it, like, when you find out, pull it on the screen.
100%.
Just put it on the thing.
Big man, you're not going to find it on no blogs. I've been
you're
saying
not
to you,
gonna
this
find
gal has come out of she's on the roads.
Okay.
I want the truth. Nah, man, she's chatting some crud about drawing gal and fam.
Oh, is it, yeah?
Yeah, man.
This is on some, what's her name?
The real Queen Latifah. On this thing.
Young MA vibe.
Yeah, man.
on
Yeah,
that
it's
vibe.
from Young MA vibe.
I like
and
Young
you know
MA
Young MA is
is
my
hot. By the way,
favorite. Yo, shout out Young
She's
MA.
mad, you know.
Cold.
She's mad with it.
Cold.
That's another one as well. You can't give her a microphone and there be people there and you're not prepared.
Bro, you better have your 16
She'll spin.
Do you know
She'll
that-
spin. I'd love to see, by the way, not on a clash thing, but I would love to see like Steph and Young MA just in the studio with a microphone.
I just want
their
to see
thing.
Young MA on a tune with most. I know she got a tune with Chip, but I just want to see a proper tune, rapping tune, Young MA and some bars, fam, in the UK. Young MA deserves flowers upon flowers upon flowers.
I don't think she likes that. Though. I think she wants dildos, but you know.
Big man, I'm out here trying to disrespect Young MA. Shout out New York. I'm
not disrespecting her. That's her vibe.
Big man, let her talk for herself.
Alright, listen. I got a question for you, bro.
Go to my brother.
Have you ever had to find yourself moving past hate? And what I mean, let me elaborate. Yeah. Have you ever found yourself hating somebody, but then realizing that you need to find your way past hating them? Because, okay,
Probably 7 times a day.
I'll internalize it. I don't hate. Yeah, I don't. Very rare. If I tell, bro, you know me. We speak on the phone. If I tell you that I hate somebody, understand they've done me a mad wrong. Like I really am in a place with that person. Yeah, there's one person in my life I hated for a moment in time. I'm not gonna go into all of the things because it's super personal. But I hated that person. Yeah, I hated what they had done and the effects of what they did. Yeah. That transpired after it ended up becoming such a big thing. I had extreme animosity towards this person, not to the point where I wanted to do this person something. It wasn't that, but it was just like even the thought of hearing the name was a trigger for me. Yeah, but time went a little bit on and whatnot, and I actually saw that person quite recently, and I realized I don't hate you anymore. I still don't like. It still could never be anything. It can still be. It can't be anything. But I don't hate you anymore. And I was trying to deep dive into like how I got to that place. And I think one thing that I noticed with me was that when I was in extreme hate with this person, I also realized that it was making me feel resentful to other things too, because there was other things around it. So I hated this person and I resented this and that and this and that.
Dominoes.
And then,
Go by association.
Yeah. And it consumed me a bit. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it then also felt like hearing the person's name, it almost felt like there was power over me, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because it would literally affect the moment that I'm in. So if we're in here right now, whatnot, somebody comes in and they might mention that person's name, my vibe is affected because I feel things very deeply in it. So like, if now you mention this person's name, I'm going to feel exactly...
Big man!
I'm going to feel exactly the same way that I felt when all of this transpired, even if it was a year and a half later. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
it was deep for me, bro. But after that realization, I was like, you know what? I need to find a way to make peace with this situation, innit? I have to find a way to make peace with that. It's never gonna be the same. Yeah. We're never gonna really speak again or anything like that. But I need to find a way to park it. And I realized quite recently I'm very on the way to making peace with that whole situation and moving past it. Have you ever had to do something similar where you've had to move past like extreme hate towards someone?
Before I divulge into it, GPP Google Pixel poll.
Strongly.
Could you just plug in my Google Pixel over there, please? Thank you.
It's definitely not that.
No, it's there. That is it. That's the Google Pixel. Well, I don't carry another phone. Now, Chuckie, it's funny that you say that. I can be very honest with you today. I can say I'm free. Let's call it like that. And I've been free of that mechanic, I would say, for the past 5 years. But I did hold a lot of hate for 3 years, I would say. And then I recovered from it like by 2022. And then by 2024, I'm free of the shackles of hate. Now, the reasons why I think this is like, it's even like great that you bring up this type of conversation. The reason why I think it's important to not have levels of hate towards situations that you had levels of love towards is because you have to put up your right hand or your left, if that's what you use. You have to look in the mirror, stare deep into your eyes and say, my bad, to yourself.
Why?
Because the level of hate was built by expectation. And the expectation was built by what you wanted from that individual. But now we have to ask ourselves, does that character ever look like they were qualified to provide what you were asking for on a consistent basis? Now, if you have information that you can see that person never had that in the first place, you have to drop your ego and you have to say to yourself, which is hard, you know what? I need to put expectation in the right place so I'm rewarded. Because if you put expectation in the wrong place, these are the possible outcomes. I'm hating my own choices, but I'm using a person as a distraction from the fact that I've made the wrong choice. Now, I'm not saying people don't do bad things to you, but for me to involve someone in my life at a personal point where they've attacked certain things to me that I'm like, yo, how could you do that to me? I'm not saying they're not responsible for what they've done, but in order to me to not make this mistake again, I have to take responsibility for what I've done. So with the hate thing, it means I don't hate people no more. I'm just more like, you're an idiot. You're always going to be an idiot. You've never shown me anything else but you're an idiot. But Poe, Jesus Christ, you was naive. Jesus Christ, you were naive. And what happens is when you let go of the hate, your shoulders feel better.
Yeah, for sure.
The day feels brighter. You don't mind interacting and communicating with people because what you've done is you've put yourself in a place of disappointment from all this expectation that you placed on people that were never qualified to give you what you wanted in the first place. So now you got to test yourself. You got to ask yourself, am I able to reprogram the way in which I expect things from certain people? I'm now going to reprogram myself to expect what people consistently deliver. And when they don't do what they usually deliver, I'm going to question them because I want to know why all of a sudden you're going off track. Shout out C4. So the moment you're aware of that and you don't like it, it can put yourself back on track. You can go, do you know what, my guy? You're not for me. I was under the impression through your behavior patterns, you were this type of person. You showed me something. I've asked you. Your justification makes no sense. I'm out. We don't need to stay around these people.
Yeah, that's basically what it was for me. So I never felt like there wasn't a trail. There wasn't a trail of like, this person's mad or weird or this person's done this and that or whatever. It was always copacetic, certified and cool until it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then I realized, and then obviously from then, like, you know, I'm not going to be bitten again. That's for sure. Yeah. But it's also the everyday of, what actually happened here was so mad that it affected this, and this. And then it's like, for me, it's like, I can't even believe I misjudged this. I can't believe it.
If you know the amount of apologies I've had to do this year alone of my ability to misjudge a situation, you just got to drop the ego. Everyone, my bad. I'm sorry. You know who you are. I'm so sorry. You have to. Because I think when you get things wrong and you have that hate, a lot of the hate is not acknowledging what you did wrong. It's your life. I say to how much times do I say to you, Chuckie? I say to you, EA Sports, your life is your rave. If your rave is no hats, no hoods, when they come to the dance with hats and hoods, you send them home. If your life is, I don't want to be disrespected in this capacity, why did you allow it first? First time it happened, hey, my guy, why did you do that?
Yeah, but
give them the opportunity to explain themselves. If their justification doesn't make you feel right, if their justification isn't right to the point where you can lay it out and go, no, there was no need for you to do it. If they stand on doing that to you, that means they stand on disrespecting you. Now, I don't mean unique disrespect, because some people are so twisted in their mind, they're like, they will label something disrespect because that's how they feel. Shut up, man. I'm talking about slapping your mum. There is no excuse. Yeah. You need to give me real justification. I'm talking about disrespecting my parents, my child, my family. I'm talking about trying to embarrass me in front of groups of people so you can look strong. I'm talking about stealing money. I'm talking about things that in any light just shouldn't happen. Those things right there, I'm going to ask you. And if your justification is not, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I've recognized you're not a bad person, you're not a good person, you're just not for me.
Yeah.
Let God decide what you are. I have no problem. We have God's work and we have everything else over there. I'm gonna chill over here with my strawberries, because when I tell people things over here, it's all love. When I tell people things over here, it gets complicated. I begin to question myself. That can develop into hate.
Yeah. So
get rid of the hate. It's not worth it.
My thing was the disrespect was so loud. I felt like I didn't need the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even need it, because it was what that was. If anything, it's for you to come to me and say, I know what you've heard, and I know that my actions have done X, Y, and Z. And if you bring it to me, then maybe we can have a conversation. But I weren't bringing this to you because you knew and you know. And it became a whole thing. And I just hated that person and was resentful to bare things after that. Now, I'm like, you know, sharpen up my thing a little bit, reassess who I've got around me. Have to do that.
Yeah,
that was a humbler. I need to reassess who I've got around me, types of conversations I'm having with certain people and whatever else, because I need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And ultimately, you know, there's a part of that you just can't control. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I don't ever think this is ever going to happen, but me and you could be talking on the phone, we could be talking about some really personal stuff, then you could potentially go for a period in your life where something in your brain switches and that. Next minute you're regurgitating bare things. I can't control that. But I feel like I've got enough information to know that I don't think that that's going to happen. But I do need to reassess all of those things. I needed to do that because this situation could have ended up being so much worse than it actually was. And it was already really, really bad.
Yeah.
But after a while, what you were saying is true, is that like, once you let go of it, your shoulders do feel a lot lighter. And it's like now seeing that person, I don't have that same, the hate isn't there anymore. There's a distance, and the time also has made the distance evident, because my mindset is here and maybe your mindset is still there. And also on top of that, because you know what you've done.
Yeah.
There's a overcompensating wanting to have a conversation about this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like at a stage with it where it's like, you know what? I've made peace with it. So if you want to have a conversation, we can do, but I've already made peace with it. There's nothing we can do now. It's done. Yeah, the window's done. Yeah, the window's gone. And I'm moving in this place here, and I'm happy with it now. Yeah, I had to let go of that. I had to find a way to let go of that. And I don't think that this is something that will happen often in my life. I can't ever say prior to this moment that I ever really hated anyone. I dislike people, naturally. There's some people that I just don't fuck with. And I just maybe that don't like what they stand for. I don't like how they deal with certain things. Whatever, yeah. But this one here, this one was a real one for me. And I hope that I don't have to experience that again, because it was mentally and emotionally exhausting, bro.
So this is what I would say.
It kept me up at night.
Brother,
I dreamt about it.
Yes.
There was bad things, guys.
Chuckie, I'll keep it right. I ain't even slept probably for the past week.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, you've been sending me mad late messages.
Yeah, I've slept like 2 hours because, you know what I'm saying, something's happened to me and I'm like,
yeah.
But one thing I can't do is show no hate, because it's like, the devil's work's the devil's work, man. Like, as long as God's been here, the devil's been here. So this always been here. I can't now just because I'm aware of it now just overcompensate and go mad because of, no, that's your thing. You just stay over there. And you know what? It goes back to the way I feel people should live their life. Like, life is a journey, Chuckie. It is a journey. We're actually going somewhere, whether we like it or not. It is a journey. So in that journey, I just look at it like a physical journey. The lighter the load, the easier the journey. So what am I going to carry with me? I'm going to just carry essentials. Hate is not an essential.
Strong.
So then it's like, if I encounter a situation which could develop to hate, how do I deal with it so I'm not carrying this with me on this journey? Because I take a look at people at 70 years old that haven't dealt with situations and have dealt with it, and I look at what they're carrying and I'm like, nah. I looked at my granddad when he was like 80 something. Brother, he was outside riding donkeys, walking over. He's not carrying anything. So it's like, cool. If someone does something bad to me right now, this is what's happened. You've done it to me. So now I am carrying some energy off the back of something you've chosen to do to me. I'm going to give it back. So I'm going to say to you, I don't like what you've done. Until we get past this phase, I don't see us having a conversation. So now I've given you the responsibility of something that has nothing to do with me, and now I'm going to carry on with my life. And it's up to you to come back. You can go and tell everybody it's something else. I genuinely don't care. Because when me and you are in the room, I can look you in your... You could be in your picnic, your family, everybody. I can look you in your eyes and smile. What's the matter? And you would never be able to give me the same energy because you know you're lying. That makes me sleep back really good at night. I don't give a damn because it's not my problem. Let the world think it's my problem. I don't care. Because when it comes down to it, in this journey, you're carrying baggage that you don't need to carry. Not me. I'm good. Why should I be upset about the baggage that you're carrying? You're a prick. Be a prick. I'm chill over here, man. We got some vibes, strawberries, little water. And I'm like, people, living life like that just means you navigate through it so much easier. Why else shouldn't you carry the hate? When you carry the hate, all of a sudden your lenses are different. So you look at all situations with a bit of hate.
Definitely.
You might even see someone's success, and because you got stung in the past, now you're looking at their success with a little bit of hate. And it's maybe not even your fault, but kind of your fault inherently. So I just say, just to have a good life and just, you see this journey, whatever you know is not essential, my G, drop it out.
No, I like that still.
At least have a path to dropping it out. Do you know where I'm coming from?
I like that still.
We're good people,
and see,
man.
you know as well, when you mentioned that example of like the old people carrying hate and that, you know, enough times you can see it in their eye bags.
Brother,
you can see the hate just hanging here like that, like yasa, like this.
Do you know what they want? They want a hug. They want you to take them bags and carry them, help them carry them bags underneath them eye bags. You see when them racist old people come up saying, you're just a little nigga. You're just looking at them like, do you know what you want me to do? You actually want me to go, come here. Just come here.
Empty.
I love you.
Okay.
You want me to go, I love you. You can, you just want me to go, I love you. And I've done it to some people that I'm like, you know I love you. You know this is all unnecessary. I don't care about what you're saying.
Eye bags and just squeeze it and see some of the hate just coming out of the eye.
You know what you might even do? You might even just pinch underneath the eye and just take the bag itself and just say, you know, let me carry this because it seems very heavy upon your heart. Like, honestly, people, I keep saying now, and I'm going to, obviously, I need to practice it myself, but it is the ability, because I don't mind carrying my brethren's baggage. They've been carrying mine. So if I have to carry little problems with my people, then, but I can't carry problems with people that's not my people.
No,
have you ever seen me carry a stranger's bag? I don't even want to carry my gal sometimes. If I had one. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Come on, in the jungle, no, you're a cheater. So yeah, I just think.
Are you a man who picks up gal in the bedroom though? Can you pick? Do
you know what I used to? You
man. Stop now. Yeah, you saying the back's not strong as it used to be.
It's not that. Do you know what it was? Yeah, you see, when I used to do all them things there, I just was watching too much stuff, so I just felt like I had to compete, and it's all going in my mind. And now, this is the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt like I need to relay stories to everyone, like, oh, I done this and this, and I'm like, yeah, I need to fit in. Now I'm just at a place where I do my thing.
Yes.
And you know what? If you'd like to get involved, I'm open to changing and doing other stuff. But I'm not just about to go
picking them up, doing all kinds of bad stuff like that.
Nah, man, we need to know that.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what we've got to take?
Go on.
A journey.
Strongly.
We might get to picking up, but let me start just here.
Yeah, I hear it.
And mostly, sometimes, we had a conversation about this the whole time as well. When it comes to that part of life, it depends on the build-up anyway. I can't swear for anything. But if we've had a sensational day abroad, girls, let me know. We're going crazy.
Yeah.
But big man, if I went work, you went work, we fucking, I don't know, went for a little food afterwards, we watched a little film.
Yeah,
we might just have a little two-position situation.
You don't need to spaz out.
We don't need to go. It don't even feel like that.
Yeah.
But when it feels like that.
I wouldn't even mind. Even if it was like a holiday thing and we had a great day out, a splendid day, bro. I'd be even happy to just chill, bro.
What? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a different
I'm not
context.
saying I'm not happy to not chill, but you know,
like, that's a different context.
It's the build-up of the love and the excitement. I've seen her smile, got little flowers, and there's food and dance, and
not every day is you gotta be slam dunking from the rooftops. Do you get what I'm saying?
You just
look, I've made this very clear.
But I'm prepared to, though, Chuckie.
Yeah, of course. Justin Slayer had me doing all kinds of fucking foolishness. I'm watching this, brother, and I'm saying, yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna do that. Bruv, one time when I was a youth man, I bought Tim's to chop in Tim's. Yes, I did that. And you know, let me tell you how much of a stinker this actually is when I think about it. My Tim's wasn't even like the brown New York Bronx Tim's.
Were they Tim's or were they cat?
No, they were Tim's.
Okay.
Do you know what colour they were?
Dark brown.
Sky blue.
Oh, that stink. They were discount.
Smells.
They were the discount one. Sale rack.
Yeah, they were so. Yeah,
yeah, sale rack. Tim's.
That's exactly what
The man had the SRs. We all had SRs. Man. I had a couple SRs.
Joking. Hey, it was a stinker when I think back at that. Watching them
do you
man
know what?
doing all of that and whatnot. Like, oh my God, it's embarrassing thinking about it.
And even, don't want to go too left, but you know what? I remember the SR days, you know. SR days were hard, you know. Now I go SR just because it's a choice. Oh, that looks nice for a bit cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
But when I was going out shopping and SR, that's all I was dealing with. Sale rack. Yeah. The selection's just not...
No.
It was just the trainers that you walk past bare times anyway, but now that they're £40, it just feels a bit more spread. Oh, shout out about
what's
that.
a thrift?
Like going to like a thrift store.
What's a thrift store?
Like old junk garments.
Like what was
Vintage store,
like a
like.
vintage store. Oh,
I do that a lot now. I won't lie to you because I love clothes now. So there's certain pieces that I just want. But back in the day, that would have, just been what I have to do.
Yeah.
I didn't have a...
Back in the day, it was different still, but now it's like, yeah, man can go there now and do that because they've got some really good stuff in there.
But because now you know what you want.
Yeah, more time. Anytime I've been in like one of those places, I've been out with like a friend of mine or whatever, and maybe she's wanting to do that, and I've gone in there and I've been like, oh, this is cold. I like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
100.
Like,
Back in the day, clothes was competition. So it was like I wore an outfit to fit in a particular group of people to stand out so man could rate me or whatever. Whereas now...
Man has his own idea.
I've got my own ideology of what I think looks good. Someone's gonna do my thing. If you don't like it, don't give yourself that pressure. It's all good, man. You don't have to like it. But yeah, man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say here? Yeah. Just quickly on the Euros without actually like going into games and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my little analysis was that like usually when it's the Euros or the World Cup or whatnot, yeah, for a moment in time it feels like the country is in a place where there's an element of excitement until there's not excitement, yeah? Usually, that obviously the pubs and bars, all that's really busy, people are outside and whatnot, and there are things happening even still now, yeah? But is it just me, or does it not feel very, very, very low vibrational, even with the Euros? And is it got a lot to do with or has an element of it got to do with kind of what happened last time?
Well,
Or
what
have we-
happened? No, because then we had a World Cup after that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think-
you're right.
But then again, in the World Cup, I definitely think that has tainted things though. Because in the World Cup
Okay.
after that, I remember the first game. It would have been December time. So England played Iran. They won 6-2. There was 5 black goal scorers, and even the 6th goal scored by Jack Grealish, which was assisted by a black man, Callum Wilson. The very next day, all the press just showed Jack Grealish's face, despite the fact I think Rashford scored 2, Saka scored 2, or like they were contribute. I think Harry Kane might have scored as well, but there was contributions by a lot of black men, and their faces weren't all over it. So it just made it did leave a sour taste in my mouth. Off the back of the previous competition, you had all of the situations manifesting of monkey emojis, and then the next competition, the opening game, black man make the biggest contribution, still don't get no credit. But now that it's not working for England, guess whose fault it is? Black man. Jude Bellingham's not right. Jude Bellingham's not like Jude Bellingham. Oh, do you know what? I was wrong. It was only the white man. It was only Jack Grealish that scored. Harry Kane didn't score. And so you saw 5 goals contributed by a black man. Even the assist was by a black man. But if you take a look at the press from the day, all the pictures was Jack Grealish's face. And I was just thinking to myself, like, it's a bit crazy.
Do you know what makes it even worse? Is that he scored the least important one.
The one right at the end, tapping thing. Oh my god! And shout out Jack Grealish. I don't want to
Big him up still, yeah.
I don't want to
Big him
like
up,
put
yeah.
down because he's mixed race anyway. In his heart,
Okay.
my brother Jack
Sorry.
Grealish, man.
I hear it.
But I just felt like, yeah, I just don't feel in my heart of hearts that England is doing enough to make the ethnic minorities feel English.
Right.
So therefore, there's always going to be this kind of disparity. But beyond that as well, England ain't playing well, Chuckie.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say, even outside of all of that, it just don't feel.
ain't playing
it
well,
just
man.
don't feel exciting right now at all. To be honest with you.
First game 1-0, boring. Next game, look at that. Grealish delivers.
Yeah, it's mad, man.
He scored the last goal.
In the ni- in
He
the
scored
90th
the
minute.
last goal, and there's a whole thing saying Grealish delivers. Who did he work for? Uber Eats. This is nonsense. But you know, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I think England is low vibrations. The team is terrible. Southgate's terrible. And yeah, man. Shout out low
The
vibrations.
country's low vibrational anyway at the moment.
But you know what?
I think the world is, to be honest with you. But anyway.
I think it's more places that are kind of, obviously everything's run by a city, but it's all, I always look at the city and try and take a look at their ethics. Now, loads of cities are really, really fast paced, but I think places like England are just way too fast.
Yeah.
So they get bored of things so quickly. So it's
Yeah.
like Jude Bellingham was hot for all of 5 minutes, and now it's like, give me something else.
So they say
Kobe's
they
here.
don't- So wait, so the
Give me
general
that house.
consensus is that like everyone's not fucking with him now.
Not right now, no. And then
okay.
they start looking at things he's doing outside of football, and they start complaining about that. It's just
Oh,
it's-
that he's modelling now and all that. Is
people
that-
just want to complain. Unless you're doing your job, it's like, and he could have been doing this the whole time he was doing his job. But now that you're not doing your job,
Yeah.
don't do any of that. How dare you smile?
Yeah.
What? You went out and raves after England lost? You must be in despair like me. It's like, bro, like really England. But yeah, man, that's me. Strawberries, man.
Yeah, the strawberries are alright still, you know.
can't
They're
lie to you.
expensive though,
It
bro.
was £18 for strawberries. But you know what?
£18 for strawberries
If
for
that's
2
how-
boxes. That's mad. Or is it 3 boxes?
2 boxes.
Fuck it, bro.
M&S, when I went to M&S Foods last time, they weren't that expensive in there.
Where are these from? Where are they from?
£2.
Where are they from?
Zoop.
I don't know what shop they came from.
That's crazy.
Like a White House, innit?
Oh, last thing I wanted to mention very quickly, is like, this could just be me, but when I was looking at the coverage of Glastonbury, I noticed, the TV coverage anyway, none of them ever mentioned
SZA.
Sunday's headliner, which is SZA. And I think that is so disrespectful. It's mental. You
Got bad press though right now recently.
for what?
Why?
Go and find it. Do you know what though? Can I just say, even if she's got bad press,
He's still the headline act.
she's still the headline act. You're still like that deserves respect. Glastonbury, pyramid stage. Have you ever seen the pyramid stage in real life? By the way, that shit is fucking
Have I ever seen
humongous.
Glastonbury, bro?
Huh?
Have I ever been Glastonbury? I've never
It's
been
so big, bro. The park is humongous, and to think that is one man's yard as well. Is
What?
Yeah, well, it's his one man's field. I don't know if he still lives there anymore. The yard's still up the top, isn't it? But yeah, you're loving them strawberries, isn't it?
Right.
But even then, irrespective of that, I just think it's mad. Like, I think it's absolutely crazy. There are arguments to say whether, you know what, like, is SZA Glastonbury, is she a Glastonbury headliner?
Yeah, 100%.
I think people will have debates about that, but I just think regardless of that, how do you not mention her and her achievements and what she's done and the fact that she's actually headlining Glastonbury? I just think that is mental to me, bro.
Remember when Jay-Z
But
was
they're going to
headlining
find out
Glastonbury?
though, when she touches that stage on Sunday, they're going to soon find out. Watch when she starts performing songs like Good Days and all of that. Watch what you see what happens then.
Remember what happened to Jay-Z when he done Glastonbury?
Oh yeah, of course.
And
But the thing is, even with that though, Poe, yeah, there was, at least they were still talking about it. The talk was, he shouldn't be a headliner. Remember Neil Gallagher and all of that was saying that shit, innit? He shouldn't be a headliner. He shouldn't be doing this. He shouldn't be doing. There was a debate. They were talking about it, but they're not even trying to. They're not even trying to mention her.
But I'm saying to you, once the door of disrespect has been opened, do you reckon I'm going to be surprised by anything else that comes through?
No.
Once that situation was allowed to like manifest and Jay-Z had to sort of answer on stage himself in his own very cute way, it was like, raw. What, no one's going to support the fact that even Glastonbury ain't going to come out and just say, nah, we ain't. But no one. Like, Jay-Z's got to do it himself. So the moment that SZA, and obviously of our generation, the most disrespected person anyway is a black woman. Yeah. I don't like expect England to be like, yo, SZA. I don't expect it one bit. This, if anything, she's got Glastonbury. She's headline act. I'm happy that they done that.
Yeah.
Not to say that I should be satisfied, and not to say that we shouldn't complain, and of course we should do all of
But the fact of the
that.
matter is she's doing it.
But
yeah,
yeah, my thing is my expectations of that again about the journey, what I carry. I'm not saying anyone's gonna hate this, but I don't have expectations of Glastonbury to even do SZA. So now that she's doing that, I'm like, all right, cool. If you're gonna do it, you should do it properly, though.
Yeah.
Do you know where I'm coming from? But I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, how can they not do it? Of course, bloody Glastonbury.
First black woman to headline Glastonbury since Beyonce 13 years ago.
Chat to them.
Big her up. She's
Chat
so
to them,
pretty
man.
as well. She's so pretty.
Excuse me. Saw her at Kendrick's show. Chat to them.
Yeah, big her up, man.
TDE.
And what was I gonna say on top of it? It's mad. She's doing Hyde Park on a Saturday as well. This pod will be out by the time she does that, but like that's cool. Hey, a lot of tickets have been sold this weekend, by the way.
For?
Because she's doing Hyde Park on Saturday.
What's going on Hyde Park on Saturday?
It's her and Snow Allegra's here, by the way.
Bro, I saw her still. She looked crisp, boy.
Is she in the country right now?
Yeah. She goes, hello London or something like that.
Did she?
Swedish people always send it to me. Shout out my Swedes, man. Shout out Stockholm. Shout out all the Somalian community over there, the Eritrean community. Shout out all the East Africa. They're my people, them. Yeah, they always send me something like Snow Allegra's here. I'm like, oh, shout her out as well, man.
Snow Allegra will be on the couch.
Will
She'll
she?
be on the couch.
Maybe
not this weekend, but she will be. Yeah.
I won't be here. That's a moment for you guys.
What? Why?
Nah, man. I don't even rate it like that no more.
Don't you?
Nah, man.
Tripping. Hater.
Probably. That's where I channel my hate. Yeah. We can increase that.
Yeah, with a couple of hate, you know.
Massive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So,
Where?
SZA's here.
What's going on?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So where's these people them? Send me ticket now, send them to Hcpod and all of them thing there. Come on, me want rave.
Burna Boy's doing East Ham, innit? West Ham, sorry. West Ham. Yeah.
Yo, London Stadium. I'm in London. I'm black. I'm Burna Boy.
A lot of tickets are being sold for the Saturday.
So what one?
SZA in Hyde Park and Burna Boy in what, London Stadium. Mad.
Oh,
and he's doing that again. Big him up.
I'm outside, you know, people.
To be able to still do that all, like, wait. Has he dropped something? Let me just check.
I think at the top of the year.
Chuckie.
Am I going mad? Let me just check.
Chuckie. Burna Boy is another prime example of how you should do your business.
Burna Boy is...
Did
I listen to this?
End, I believe.
Oh yeah, 20. That's what I'm saying. That was.
August 2023.
So nothing dropped.
No, but
That's how wavy he is, bro. Let me tell you something.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
He did London Stadium this time last year, June. Before, yeah, he was there. Yeah. I'm pissed I missed it. So this album hadn't even come out. Yeah, that was from all the last hits.
So he's done it again.
And now he's done it again.
What I'm trying to say
That's
to people,
60-something thousand tickets, right?
people them, see with your business, yeah, Take a look at examples of Burna Boy and all of these individuals, just to look at how you can make a sustainable business. I saw old pictures of Burna Boy and new pictures, and now he just seems to be getting better every single year. If your business ain't doing that, I don't care how much money you have. It's not a sustainable business. It's not doing well, man. You might be doing well.
80,000.
Chat to Burna Boy properly, man. Chat to Burna Boy properly, man. Chat to him properly. Look at the initials, BB. Man, don't even use that phone no more. Come on, man.
I think you might be able to. I don't know.
It's mental.
Big man.
Yeah, there will always be like 1 or 2 tickets, but when you add it into context, it's
It's
probably,
more or less sold out.
Yeah, it's like maybe 55,000, something like that, but you can still get a bunch of tickets.
That's just so.
That's
Big man, why are you always doing that for?
bonkers. And you know, in a time where
Don't
you know
try
a
to put
lot
that
of people
Burna Boy.
are struggling to sell tickets. You know,
What?
you know that.
Megan Thee Stallion is out here cancelling Cologne dates.
Oh no.
However you pronounce it.
You can't get tickets,
No tickets on Ticketmaster. That's the official.
Is it sold out?
so you'd have to go. Was it via
So
GoGo?
wait,
Whatever
is
it
it sold out? So Burna Boy sold out. So you die a week. That's all I ask.
My bad. Yeah.
My bad. Accept responsibility, people. That's the new wavy thing. Accepting responsibility. That's the new wavy thing. And then it's passion. We're gonna bring back passion again. Because some of you are not making love to your gal. They're complaining. They're on the streets. So come on, man. It's time to. We're bringing passion back and we're bringing back accountability.
Enough people are not selling tickets, bro.
Chuckie, talk
It's
about that.
tough right now.
Well, you
In
still
regards
are.
to the live show-
R&B still packed.
Yeah, we give thanks. We give thanks. But like from the artist side of things, enough people are not selling tickets at the moment.
Because they're not
bro.
selling music, they're selling lifestyle and images on Instagram. Chuckie, it's time to go back to the studio, work with people that you like, and start making music. An organic journey that means you could be Barry Hammond in 2024.
Yeah.
Half of these people making music right now, in 10 years, they'll be making homes for Haringey.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But the like how
Homes
that
under the
affects
hammer,
all
I'm sorry.
infrastructure and all that is the next thing too. Because you know what, if you got a lot of artists that are outside making music or whatnot, yeah, selling lifestyle, doing all that type of stuff, but they're not selling tickets, which means that more often than not, a lot of artists are not making money the way that it seems to be. Yeah, now that affects all of the other elements that I love to talk about, which is the brethren or the family member or whoever that you really check for that you have employed by you. So now, you know, like when an artist changes his life, it's not just his life that changes, it's all the people that is close to that artist, yeah? So then they get to do things like buy yards for their brethren, or this person gets to be on a salary and whatnot. They get to now change their life and whatever else. And then on top of that now, you start, it trickles all the way down into what becomes inheritance. Let me pause
Before you get to the next part, can I say to you? Because I don't need to get there. What did you just give? A plan.
Yeah.
That's a plan, yeah? But in order to get there, there also needs to be another plan. That's where people go wrong. Their plan is when success comes, we can involve everyone. No. From the moment you say, I want to be a musician, your brethren beside you, what can you do? Your brethren over here, what can you do? Because Chuckie, by the time you get the big bread, they've been making bread. They've already done bought their house time ago.
Yeah.
Now we're getting bigger things.
Well, that's what so I'm sure I can say this. I can say this.
Find one that you can say.
So, yeah, I can say this. So I do know that when Stormzy had signed his big deal, yeah, one of the things that was part of the deal was that certain people, let's say Flips, for example, he was paid a salary by the label too. So he would get paid a certain amount of money. So let's just say, for example, now, every month for 3 years, this label has to pay Flips 6 bags. Because ultimately, Flips is around Stormzy, yeah?
Yes.
He's going to help with a lot of things. Same with you, how you'd see Just with Dave or whatever.
But
Like,
same way you see Weezy with me, Courts with me, Ty with me, like, I'd pay them as well.
yeah,
I rate that.
But they ultimately are part of the mechanics of how this thing works. And it is a part of the artist's piece. Do you get what I'm saying? If the manager can't get through to this person, for example, or the label can't or whatnot,
Flips.
you can go, right then. Do you
He
understand
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
talk too much.
There you go.
And he's still going to talk to you.
Yes.
Give him some money,
Exactly.
man. Give him some
Yeah?
money. Flip some money over
Right
there,
then.
man.
So now, 6 bags a month now for 3 years or whatnot. All essentially you need to do now is to be able to go to the mortgage company and say, yeah, I've got a contract. I get 6 bags a month for 3 years or whatever. Yeah, show me 3 months of that. Okay, cool. You will be entitled to this this amount of money for your mortgage. Boom, all right, cool. The mortgage goes through. You buy a yard. Now you're kind of on the property ladder. You're doing your thing now. Yeah. Now you've got one person or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how big the artist gets. Yeah. Having people around them who's making an income that can do these type of things, be able to sustain a certain lifestyle for themselves. Now, let's just say, for example, that person is very sensible with their money and what they do and whatnot. Things start to go a little bit quiet, but you know what? Money is being made. They're cool. Everything's all right. As that person gets older, they have kids and whatnot. They have something that they can give to their kids, which is inheritance, which was something that a lot of us as first, second, and even third generational kids from the Caribbean or even maybe in certain parts of Africa wasn't able to get. We weren't able to get that.
Exactly.
They came here at a time where things was very, very difficult. So when your mum dies now and whatnot, there's very limited things to be able to pass down. But if now within our scene and culture that you're able to do this now, there's inheritance, which is then able to stay with amongst our community and all of that. So now things look very different to how it was when we was younger. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you need someone that's the head of the family, Chuckie, to be the head honcho so you can build the economy.
Right.
So what Stormzy's done said, I'm Stormzy, and if we branch it off into like 5 different people, we got like Flips here, we got Rachel here, we've got this person here, we got that person, we got that person there. Now all we're going to do is I'm going to keep being Stormzy, and every time I get bigger, I bring you lot with me. So if he's been like that from day one, it means man are gonna, by the time he's there, these lot are so paid, they don't even need Stormzy, you know. Now all of a sudden, Rachel can go do her own dance, and she's paying Stormzy to be a guest. It's her own separate thing, and guess what? In that, she's the head honcho, and underneath that is Stormzy, Flips, all. And now, if every one of these people have their own things like that, and brother, you're rich forever.
It builds like some wealth within the economy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Within our economy,
and we win.
Yeah, of course. And there's a winner in there. But fast forward that, or let's full circle to like where we are at now, where there isn't really tickets being sold like that. Like, and artists ain't really making the money that it seems to be at the moment right now, but spending a lot of money on all kinds of other things. It slows down the progress of the wealth within our economy and within our community. Do you get what I'm saying? So it affects a lot of different things. It's quite interesting, and I'm sure at some point it will change again, where, you know what, like all of a sudden, you know, there's bare shows and tickets are being sold, and there's just a wave happening or whatever else, and people will capitalize on the wave. But right now, like, trust me when I tell you, what is the saying? What glitters isn't always gold. Right now, the scene is not in a great place, bro.
But Chuckie, it makes me. I don't know.
But there's some good music out though. That's weird. The other side of it, there actually is some good music out though.
Because Chuckie, do you know what? I just think in music, I can always rely on musicians, and I can't rely on artists, because an art is just anything. Anything can be art. You can be an artist in paint. You can be. Whereas musician is just very specific to what we're speaking about. So that's why I consider like Kanye West a musician. I would consider Skepta a musician. I would consider, I don't know, Tyler the Creator a musician. And then you have individuals that are probably doing a lot of business outside of that one thing. I'm just like, you lot are an artist. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if at the forefront all we have is artists, that changes the way we look at music. That could be the wrong terminology. I'm just using it for the subject or for the matter of this conversation, so it makes sense. And if we have more musicians leading music, then at least they are setting the way that the artists have to be. What's happening is the artists are setting the tone. So the artists are saying, this is the sound it needs to be. Whereas back in the day, music was almost so embedded in life that musicians told everybody what the sonical experience of life was today. Whether that was through production from Young Chop when he was back in Chicago, he would give you a sonical experience which kind of summed up the mood of Chicago, and then the artist followed the lead. Now today, you've got people trying to replicate things from back in the day just because it was profitable. That's not even a reflection of what's happening today. So now what's happening is the artists and the labels are saying, this has to be the direction of music. If that keeps going, it will kill music. It's what happened to grime. I'm saying, no, let life and the musicians lead. Let them be the individuals that tell everybody what the sonical experience for our life is right now. And as artists, you lead, you follow, and you become musicians. I just think there's too many Taylor Swift saying this is what it is. And no disrespect to her. Do your thing, my girl. Get your money. But the moment that is what the younger people feel is the sonical experience for Planet right now, I can see why no one wants to say free Palestine. It's not that. Like, that's just not what's happening. That should be an aspect of what's happening. But to make it seem like that's the leading thing in the world today, it's like, it's not. Like, when I was growing up, Fight the Police was really a thing. I didn't even know who was rapping it at the time. But I knew that the sonical experience of life allowed me to meet that. I knew that when R&B was a thing, I didn't need to know the artist. The sonical experience within my life allowed me to meet these things. Now, these artists are forcing this stuff in my face, and I'm like, there's no culture behind even what you're selling. Like, there's nowhere else for me to meet this sonical experience. I hear 3 minutes of it on the radio, and off the back of that, I never meet it again. Whereas with drill, I was in Croydon and I saw youths running. Now I've met it. I know this is real. So it's like, I can't avoid that 3-minute, 30-second situation. I'm seeing it. So I'm just saying, until music is led by the musicians and production and life, I think there will be a lot more concerts not being sold out. Shout out Megan Thee Stallion, man.
Yeah, man, we'll deep dive into that more at some point. Have you got Howlers, bro?
Do you know what I do? I've sent them into the group. Just got to read out the last one. No, not the last one, because the last one is Whitaker. I just want to do a big shout out to Whitaker. There is no reason why, but you have made me enjoy boxing. I watch boxing now because of you. I won't lie to you. Ben Whitaker makes me want to watch boxing.
Yeah, I like him to come on the couch as well, actually.
Yeah, man, no homo, man. You got to put that there because it's just the couch is sounding too comfortable.
I know.
It's too crazy.
Do you know what is mad? Do you know what is mad? I actually, if you go back, and you rewind it, I actually tried to say it not like mad.
No, you just got to say it chest and correct afterwards. The moment you start...
you know, it was my mind said it, and I then went to verbally say it, and as I'm saying it, I tried to say it, I tried to hide the word.
Do you know what? Do you know who tried to hide as well? It's funny that you talk about hiding words. There's a man that tried to hide in a place called Canada. Now, Canada is famous for so many things. Justin Bieber, Jim Carrey from Quebec, a place they speak French. So that lets you know in Canada, there's other things happening apart from English. Yes, Jim Carrey used to speak French, I believe, because he's from Quebec. Do a fact check.
I didn't know that.
In Quebec, they speak French. It's amazing. In Canada, they also have a lot of English culture. But just because English culture is nice over there, it doesn't give you the right to take a flight and stay there for longer than you should be. Now, if there's a list of people that I think shouldn't be called an immigrant anywhere else in the planet, I tell you what, Tommy Robinson might be at the top of that fucking list. That's right. Mr. Robinson himself had immigration issues, which was captured live on camera whilst being in Canada. So he got arrested. The man that is over here, I won't say what the message he's selling. It's for him to do. You take a look at what message he's selling. But I'm just saying, off the back of that message, for me to see this message, just, what's the word I'm looking for?
This is hypocritical, bro.
Stinks. Chuckie.
It stinks, bro. It's hypocritical. It's ironic, yeah.
No, that was a good DJ back in the day. Shout out Ironic. We jumped, me and Scribs jumped over your beat. Never Gonna Blow. Yeah, this stinks.
Yeah, this is mental, bro. But you know what? What do you expect? These man, like, a lot of these lot, for them, is they project this foolishness, yeah, but then their whole life and what they do is one big contradiction. But it's all right because they can do it. It's an arrogance that they have. Do you know what I'm saying?
Now, would you say but Chuckie, if we go back to the start of the conversation we had today and we take a look at life as a journey, did that look like a safe journey if that's what you was doing behind the scenes? No, did you think you was not going to get caught in a day and age where cameras are everywhere?
His arrogance would have made him feel like this was not going to happen.
Arrogance is a thing that you shouldn't put on your lenses because it doesn't allow you to see clear. It's a bit blurry. And before you know it, you're on camera getting arrested for immigration issues in Canada, home of Quebec. Home of Jim Carrey, home of Drake, here, 69 God. Nah, I'm joking, man. Shout out Drake, man. I still listen to your music and I will continue to. Yeah, just with a different ear. Bro. Anyway, what's the next howler we got? I believe we have one more inside there. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes.
Have you ever been Ascot before? I've never been. It's not my thing.
So we're saying right now to the Royal Ascot, go to the one off that tweet. So don't go to that one first.
I think if I was ever going to go Ascot, it would have been like some years ago.
No. Chuckie, we're going to shout out to the Royal Ascot. We want to know about the Ascot because this is what I want to say about Royal Ascot. When I think about Royal Ascot, I think about people in wonderful clothes. I think about expensive food. I think about horses. I think about Michael Owen, a man with 2 first names and a decent goal scoring record. The thing I don't think about is Caucasian people, whilst they're dressed so well, having fights that they shouldn't have in front of parents, people their age, family members, granddads, grandmas. I'm seeing man using vile language and they're all Caucasians. So as a black man, I don't feel safe.
I want to feel safe in society. They're well-dressed, disobedient white people out here making me feel unsafe. So I want to know what is the Royal Ascot gonna do to make me feel safe. Guess what? Jamaicans have already done it. Hey, show us the next clip, my guy. Show us the next clip. Now, the next clip is what the Jamaicans want to bring to Royal Ascot. And I'm just saying, myself and Chuckie can extend it further if we link up with these people. Now, can you just play some of the music they're playing, not the whole thing, just so Chuckie feels the vibe?
Oh, okay.
Pause. Pause. So if you want to know how to keep the Royal Ascot nice and free and safe,
Play some dancehall.
free vibes.
He is a vibe.
Look
Yeah,
at
my
them.
man
This
say
is
that.
Royal Ascot with Jamaicans.
Yeah.
They're playing Summertime. Vibes Cartel. The man's locked up. But look what he's doing whilst he's locked up. His message is so beautiful that whilst people are in Royal Ascot, they're dancing to it. But on the other side, man are fighting watching horses. I don't understand why you
But
want
for
to
them,
fight.
them type of man, that's a great day out for them.
What, a fight?
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
now we're
great day
reinventing it now. A great day out will be love, laughter, and vibes,
No, of
Chuckie.
course, but that's
Whilst
the
we're
thing.
here.
Ain't you seen the thing? Oh, you must have seen this. Let me see if I can find it. Let me show you now, yeah.
But Chuckie, I don't feel safe. Isn't my safety? How about my journey, Chuckie? How can I go Royal
I'm
Ascot
gonna
and
keep
see
it so
well-dressed
100 with
white
you.
people fighting? What am I gonna do? I don't feel. Don't
I
you
be
feel
honest
like
with you?
sometimes white people see
See
hoods
that-
and on black people and feel unsafe? We're flipping it now. I feel unsafe around well-dressed white people. What are we gonna do to make me feel safe, Chuckie?
Nah, you know what?
Royal Ascot.
I've got a completely
Man, I'm bringing out
different
shanks
take.
in Royal Ascot.
I got a
I don't feel
completely different take.
safe.
I got a completely different take.
Have you?
That there, when I looked at that, yeah.
Did he
when
take
I see
that?
them, man.
No, did he?
When I see them, man, yeah. Honestly,
do you
like
think?
I'm not. Don't take this the wrong way, but because I'm not saying I'm out here, I'm a fighters and all that type of stuff. But when I see them, man, doing their bit, yeah. Honestly, it looks like the most safest scrap you will find. What's when you see the Albanians doing their bit? You see when the Albanians start doing their bit, that's when you start farting. Yeah?
Chuckie?
Them man there start punching bricks and all. These lot, this is what I said before, yeah. You
well,
see
again,
these lot?
just-
No, you know
just-
what? You know what? While we're here,
I want you to play the clip because
wait, let me
Chuckie's
just
not
say,
addressing
while we're
everything I
here,
said.
yeah?
He's addressing what he wants. This isn't.
Let
This
me
is
just
Howlers
say this.
section.
Let me just say
address
this.
everything, Chuckie. Play it so you can hear it because you might be saying something wrong. Just hear it. I said it's not safe. Look who's involved. Older individuals. Young people going crazy. They're laughing. This isn't funny. There's a guy on the floor. Granddads, Chuckie. Children. I just say I want to feel safe, Chuckie.
All I'm saying is turn it down.
Pause.
All I'm saying is
Make me feel safe, Chuckie.
I just don't think these lot have got it in them anymore. Honestly, I just don't think that they've got it.
So now you're testing them. Because you saw Tommy Robinson
No,
get
but-
arrested in Canada,
Nah,
and now
no.
you're seeing a little fight here. You want to put them to the test, Chuckie.
No, so some of them obviously still are.
You
can
know
do
they're
their thing.
outside. Yes.
But like in general, these man do not put fear. It like I don't. You know, like back in the day, at a certain point, yeah, you might go through a certain ends or whatnot, and you'd be like, a couple ball heads and that, like them skinhead man. And, you get what I'm saying, bro? Them man, their PR is shit now.
And I'm with Chuckie, but Chuckie, I'm asking for a family
man,
day
yeah.
out.
Huh?
If I bring Zayn Khalifa and they see that, is that nice for my children?
No, of course not.
I want to feel safe at Royal Ascot, mentally, physically, spiritually.
Okay, look at these man. These man still kind of have it a bit though.
Who's that?
Put this on the screen. Remember I said, for these man, this is a great day out.
Let me see.
Understand it. This is a great day out.
Oh, I saw that.
Look at it. Put this. Why not put that on the screen?
But Chuckie,
Hold it.
But
That's
Chuckie.
a great day out for them.
do you want to be honest with you?
By the way, for people that are listening, yeah, I don't know what the context of that is, but they're outside of William Hill. There's about I don't know, probably about 40 men that have just come back from plumbing, from bricklaying, from roofing, from plastering, yeah, and they're just swinging it out. And you know what the maddest thing is? They probably afterwards see these man. They probably went to the pub together after that and had a drink.
But
Look,
Chuckie,
this is for these man, Poe. This is a lovely day out.
But let me pause everyone in the room.
And these man are kind of on it. But I think that these man might have all Irish DNA in them.
So, Chuckie, I'm going to just pause everyone's thinking here because I was very specific. Chuckie, I don't know about William
Are they
Hill.
going to demonetize us?
One second. I don't know about William Hill. I know about Muswell Hill.
What's the
One second, everyone.
Sorry.
I don't know about William Hill. I know about Muswell Hill. I don't know about William. I know about Harry. I don't know about betting. That's for man like Ivan Toney. I'm talking about Royal Ascot. Now outside a flipping betting shop. I don't care what these men do outside Beckett.
No,
I'm not bringing Zion and Khalifa here. Look at them.
Yeah, but you could just walk.
Can you think about the smell, Chuckie? Watch that and think about the smell. I can smell it through the screen,
Yeah,
Chuckie.
I hear it.
I don't want to be there.
Oh, see it there? Bang.
So
know
watch
what?
this EA Sports.
Just blur
I'm
it.
saying, if they can have that, I don't want it. Nothing about that looks appealing. Nothing. It looks like it smells. I don't see really good haircuts. It just looks mad. I'm asking for Royal Ascot. I can hear vibes. Can it feel safe for Zion and Khalifa?
No, that's not.
Can we get the Caucasians? I admit they're probably not Caucasians. They're Caucasians. They're crazy. Caucasians,
Them
please.
man are different.
Them man are different.
These are the men that like, they love a bit of it.
What? Those are the guys that used to, when I used to go Barnet back in 2011, 2010,
what they were
walk
on?
around.
Is that what they were on?
They would just beep the horn. Beep, beep, nigga. You know, ER. Not A.
Yeah.
The hard ER.
Yeah.
But they know today that will end up in ER for them.
Yes.
Shout out DR.
to bits.
Congo. Free them. Free Kenya. Shout out all my brothers. Don't like all the war that's happening in the world.
Have you seen the video of the guy in Kenya who picked up a tear gas canister and smoked it?
You what?
And they were talking about it where? And this is what I keep... Do you know what? Do you know me and my friend had this talk the other day about black people? It doesn't matter what conditions you put them in. It doesn't matter what country you put them in. It doesn't matter what pain you put them through. They can still find a joke. Honestly, being black is a blessing that I can only thank Jah for. And when I take a look at all the multiple communities that have black people and celebrate, I'm sorry. I just rate black people.
Check this one, bro.
Alright, listen. Thanks for listening, everyone. I got a bounce.
Come on.
Hey, you ain't seen you need to go to the end where the man comes off the ceiling, yeah?
It's crazy.
Go to hey, it's too late anyway.
But look at this, man.
What's this here now?
Watch him smoke the tear gas canister, bro. He's holding it, covering it with his finger, innit? Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Asking where the hoes at to impress
That's
me.
crazy.
Asking where to impress me.
But
Asking where the tear gas to impress me.
They're protesting in Kenya,
Yeah.
You ain't got-
they're protesting.
Yeah.
Outside. And then they've obviously dashed the tear gas canister at them. And you know how people run because of the tear gas?
They said, man, I'll smoke that.
Man picked it up, went.
Oh, you're gonna throw that at me? Listen, I'll smoke that.
So do you know what he's letting you know? We're not afraid no more.
Yeah.
You can keep looking at again. We're not afraid no more.
Yeah, see, their man, their riot is different, bro. Their riot is different, but their fight is very different, and their fight is very, very deep.
Their fight's so different. They're required. Maybe this is what they have to do. It's strange to me because ain't no one throwing no tear gas at me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Yeah, France needs to learn a couple things.
I don't even know what he's wearing.
They ain't gonna do that.
What do you mean France needs to learn a couple things?
Have
you seen what the Muslim community do in
They
France?
stand on business out there.
They're at the top of the right in this.
Yeah.
France, to me, we could learn a lot from the Muslim community in France.
We could.
We could learn a lot.
We could, and there would be some changes if we moved accordingly. But we're just never gonna do that. And it's just not gonna happen. Anyway,
Alright, people.
thanks for
Don't know.
listening, everyone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, watch Vibba. We got a new freestyle, Red
Yes.
Bull freestyle. Watch that up. That was cold. And apart from that, you Filthy Fellas new episode looks gravy.